welcome back again. You're still watching us here. Nile Cruise at the Coptic Museum located in Old Cairo, of course, and celebrating the Coptic Christmas here in Egypt. And to talk more about the important monuments and artistic work that are located here on the different parts of this Coptic Museum, which Ahmed got the chance to peep into right
on
before
the second
this.
Floor as well.
Yes, we're going to talk more about that, and we are also delighted to have joining us to discuss more about these monuments Shaimaa Ahmed, who is a curator at the Coptic Museum. Thank you very much for joining us here.
Shaimaa, thank you very much for being with us. First of all, we were speaking with Sarah in the first segment about the second floor, and there was a painting about Adam and Eve and the symbols that were used. There's also another painting or another item depicting Jesus Christ with 4 different visions: an eagle, a lion, yes, an eagle, a lion, a human being, and the bull. The snake was up there with Adam and Eve. So the symbolism, yes, what does it stand for?
It's symbol for the 4 Bibles or Gospels. It's the version, 4 version from the Bible. Lucas, Saint Lucas, and Marcos, and John, and Matthew. Each one of these creatures symbol to one of these saints.
Shaimaa, as I walked in early this morning to the museum, I've noticed large numbers of tourists coming in from, they came in from different nationalities and are very keen and excited to come and visit. So if we're going to talk about the flow of visitors to this Coptic Museum, what can you tell us? How has it increased or decreased or stayed the same during the past couple of years?
The museum, or Coptic Museum, is one of rare museums around the world because it contains the Coptic arts and the Coptic history, especially in Egypt. So there is many tourists came because they interested to know this history.
So those items behind us, and of course more of them inside the museum and on the second floor as well, were being collected over how many years? Thousands of years, because Jesus Christ was born 2,000 years ago, and of course in Egypt we have items dating back to which era?
Second century. From 2nd century to actually 19th century.
That's so quite very big.
1,800 years here in Egypt.
That's like mankind history here.
And these artifacts came from different places, such as donation from church fathers or houses, old houses, and the excavations actually in Coptic places, such a monastery, all the churches.
So tell me, Shaimaa, I mean, since we have been talking about the artifacts or the monuments and the items that are gathered and collected here date back all the way to the history of mankind, then you might tell us more about the efforts that are being done currently to preserve, secure, and renovate these items to ensure that they stay as they are as the centuries pass by.
As I told you before, this museum was built by the effort of Morus Pasha Smeka to grab or to make place contain the Coptic history and artifacts and preserve it. So there are many monasteries, and all the church doesn't found today.
Yes.
As we say, these artifacts, architectures from Saint Jeremiah, from Sahara, they give it to the Coptic Museum to reserve this from destroy.
What is your job here at the museum?
We make a tour and we explain
architecture,
artifacts.
Yes.
To Egyptian and to the foreign or tourists. And besides, we have a lot of activities.
That is great. So I believe that you've been doing this for quite a long time. And What are the frequent or most frequent asked questions by the tourists when it comes to visiting or touring and explaining to them everything about this museum?
When they see or saw the Virgin Mary or the Christ, some of them ask us, is that the really Christ or is that the Virgin Mary? We said no, it's just the artist. He imagined them such as that. And the coins, the golden coins. A lot of visitors ask us, is that true? Is that a gold, true gold? And we told them, yes, that is true gold.
All right.
Yes, and there's a big room, a whole room just for the most ancient version of the Psalms. Why is it so important to be keeping them in the whole room?
It is the oldest and most complete one in the whole world till now.
So why doesn't it take?
It dates to the 4th century.
Yes.
And discovered in El Model village in Bani Suif. So it's one of the most important manuscripts till now.
So if we're going to talk about, lastly, because we've mentioned earlier about Egypt being the Islamic cultural capital of 2020, and I believe this is the religious area located in Old Cairo, and it also extends to many other renovated places, whether it's mosques or religious sites. How important is this area in this regard?
This area is a very important religious area because it contains 7 churches, and the oldest church here in Egypt is the Virgin Mary or the Hanging Church, and we have Abu Serga Church, which have the cave where the Holy Family stay on it during their journey, and we have the oldest mosque in Africa, Amr ibn al-As Mosque. So it's very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Shaimaa Ahmed, Curator at the Coptic Museum, thank you very much for joining us on Nile Cruise.
You are welcome.
Still watching Nile Cruise from the Coptic Museum of Cairo. We'll be resuming our episode right after this break. Stay tuned.